Hi, let's do the dishes, shall we? I have a lot of dishes like stacked up, waiting to be done, and I think I have to do it in a little bit like a two separate ways. So I have to fill my dishwasher up and then do it by hand as well. Because, yeah, I have too much stuff. I was a little bit procrastinating or like too absorbed into my work. But the more dishes we have, the better, the more time we can spend together. And I don't know how much or how, if I have funny stories, a lot of stories about dishes, but I'll try. And the first thing comes to my mind is, I think this is the superior plate for me. You know, I'm using this the most. It's like in between, like it's not. What I like about it is, it has no big edge. You know, it's like just a tiny edge. You can basically fill it fully to the top, and it fits my kind of big meals I eat, because I like to eat one big meal rather than splitting it up into a lot of small ones. This will be a little bit loud today, since I have to, move cutlery and whatever. So let's see if and how I fix that in post. Or it will just be loud as well. Also, I'm this type of guy or this type of person who does the dishes or like fills the dishwasher, and then when the dishwasher is done, sometimes or most of the times I'm like right away taking it out. Yeah, but sometimes I just leave out of the dishwasher. So I take something I need, take it out, I use it, take it out again, and then you can't put things back in. So it's all the way over here. And yeah, the thing is, I'm living in this apartment for 7 or 8 years now, and it has been with different humans, so to speak, like different roommates over the years. And it all started out with my first roommate, of course, and there we laid like the ground, like we brought the main furniture, the main dishes into the house, like the ones everybody afterwards used, and we agreed on not sharing certain type of plates and stuff. So we had these two, what is it, drawers? It's not a drawer, but you know what I mean. These two cupboards, like assigned to each one of us. And on the left was all of his, and on the right was all of mine. Funny thing is, I think his is still here, even though there were a lot of other roommates after him. He had the white plates, and I had the black ones. And everybody afterwards thought it's weird. Like every other roommate was like, "What? You share cutlery, but you have separated plates?" And I was like, "Well, I never thought about it, but so you knew." Like when dishes were just not done and just flying around the kitchen, you knew who was the one who didn't do the dishes, or at least who had the most, dishes. Like if it were white plates, him, black plates, they were mine. And I think I also have to clean the kitchen a bit as well. So much to do today. But this is not all. I have more in my room. As you know, sometimes when you are on the computer or just do whatever creative stuff, or in my studio as well, you just put everything you have behind you and you continue what you did. So, sometimes worth it. And I also I have to be honest. I always try to have it clean when guests come over. So this would obviously be a state of not a guest coming over. So you would be the guest, and I would prepare obviously up front. But I have a certain degree of, or like a certain limit for dirtiness where I'm comfortable with. So it's not always pristine in here, which is, I think, only human, right? But I thought when I woke up today, I was like, really have to do like a full deep cleaning of the dishes, also by hand, so everything is perfect and at its place again, you know? Because I really enjoy everything, like when everything is cleaned, you know? When you feel like you're fully starting out fresh with every cutlery you have. You can use your favorite spoon, you can use your favorite, whatever, plate stuff. You don't have to improvise. I mean, this sounds like a very, like a, so to speak, living with roommate problem. Maybe you guys are like fully on top of your game, always have the best dishes done, which I can imagine as well. So, but yeah, everybody's different, eh? Now I have to see how I get all of this in, because I have not the biggest of dishwashers, obviously, since the kitchen is, as you can see, not the biggest as well. But I like it. It has everything set up the way I wanted to. Now it sounds like I had a whole custom-made dishwasher, but it's not true. I just like the way it came. Is there something as a custom-made dishwasher? Like custom-made? I'll not turn it on now, because otherwise the sound will be bad. So let's see if I have everything from my room. Nope. Can you actually hear the sound difference? Because my room is obviously way more isolated with the sound. Not isolated, but like not a lot of echo. And I feel like in the kitchen there's more. Maybe only I'm hearing this as me being here present here. And it's not getting picked up as well over the microphone. But yeah. Also, I thought a lot about renovating the kitchen, because this is still the stuff the person who lived here before me gave to me. So it's a little bit, how to speak, it lived. It lived. It saw things, and it's a little bit old now. But I mean, if it works, right? Why should I replace every single thing of it, you know? Also, there was a time, I just remember now when I put the dishes into the sink, I had a new roommate move in with me a couple years back, and he asked me, do we have everything, like dishwasher and washing machine? I was like, yeah, we have everything, all good, you don't have to worry. It was his first, he was living apart for the first time from his family, so I wanted to make sure everything's there. If he has to bring something or whatever, maybe consider it. And I was like, yeah, everything's cool, it's done, we have everything. The day he arrived, the dishwasher broke. And so I think for 1 year we didn't get a new one, because it was kind of hard to find one that is so small and the price is right. And yeah, I thought, well, we can just do the dishes by hand. So he basically was forced to do the dishes by hand for a year. And at one point I was like, well, it's not that bad, right? You just do the dishes by hand, no worries, everything's cool. But then I think after 1 year, we were like, oh, what the hell? I mean, I don't want to complain. People do dishes every day by hand. Obviously, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't have a dishwasher. That's not what I want to say. But for two rather young, you know, humans, and one who lives away from the family for the first time, it's a big help. And I know my sink is over here, so I'm going to be out of the frame a little bit, but I think that's okay. Also, maybe I just do some silent dishwashing, because I don't know if I'm able to talk over the sound of my, you know, of the water running. So maybe this is just going to be a little bit of ASMR washing dishes type of way. But knowing me, I won't be quiet for too long. Because I feel like this is maybe something I will say more often in the videos, I guess, but the thing is, when I'm in a conversation with a person, maybe I don't know them as well, I tend to talk too much. You know, I always want to like entertain, and I want to tell a story, and I want to keep the conversation going, and I want everybody to not have to sit in what may be perceived as awkward silence, which I also don't like to sit in awkward silence. I mean, if I know a person, and I know the silence is not meant to be awkward, then I'm all for it to just also sit in silence and just, what I say, coexist and enjoy it, right? So I think the same will happen here, that I will probably, you know, also find it hard to sit in silence in front of the camera, because I feel like I want to, you know, talk to you and be kind of with you, you know what I mean? So I also have the non-talking series, obviously, which is, not gonna lie, rather different than this one. I enjoy it as well. I don't know where this sentence, where this thought wanted to go, but and the thing is, dishes-wise, I hate it to do the dishes. Also, if you're wondering why the water is running almost all the time, I don't have the thing to plug the sink anymore. I never had it. So I always have to catch water in the things that I want to clean, and then I have to kind of make do with it. Yeah. I wanted to say something that I just forgot. Well, you know what I said. I forgot it. Maybe I will remind myself of it again. It was a nice story, actually. Ah, yeah. It was not a nice story. It was just a random fact. But I hated to do the dishes as a kid, obviously. Not obviously, but I was like, why do I have to do it? And when I moved out, I was like, well, I got to figure something out, because I cannot not do the dishes. I have to do it now. I'm, you know, grown up. Do the dishes, man. Do it. And I never liked it until I got like one of these. You know, it's like, you know, to just scrub the dishes from a little bit more far away. And it turned out I just didn't like to get my hands super wet all the time and put them into like rather hot water. So with this thing, hey, I'm good. I actually kind of enjoy doing the dishes. Well, it would not be my most favorite hobby ever, but it makes it, for me at least, way, way, way easier. So what I would be interested in, like, how do you do your dishes? Like, is there like, are most people having a dishwasher, or are more people using a sink? Or, I mean, obviously not every person has access to a dishwasher or a sink, so that's also something to consider into this thought. because you tend to always think about the way you were taught or it was done in your home, and you never really experience it otherwise or other ways. This is a rather. This one doesn't really want to be like these two glasses are rather stubborn, so I just put them in the dishwasher and take something out and use. Maybe I use this one. Oh, this one is well in here. Perfect. I always had this thought when we were doing, like when there was a period of us. Give me a second. When there was a period of us doing dishes by hand for the year, I always just took the latest piece or the last piece that I used and washed it again. So basically, I only used one plate or one spoon and just re-washed it. And I was like, well, if I do it like this, I only always need one plate, right? Except when guests come over. But then as soon as I got a dishwasher again, I reverted back to the lazy, take a fresh one out, put the old one in the dishwasher, and it's done. But technically, I think I'm only using, like on a day-to-day basis, I'm using like 30% of the whole dishes. Is it called dishes I have? Like same plate, spoons. I think I eat almost everything I have with a spoon, which might sound a little bit childish, but I think the food I eat is very spoonable. Spoonable. Because, cereal, oats, like pasta is also I wanted to say noodable. It's also spoonable. And the rest of my daily intake is also done in shakes, which is, you don't need any cutlery at all. And yeah. So basically, I use spoons a lot. Also, well, I do not have them in this dishwasher right now. But why is it that you have like favorite mugs? You know, I don't have favorite glasses, a favorite glass, but I have favorite mugs. Princess Mononoke one, I think, is the most. I think the camera won't really show it, but this is the one I really like. I think my brother gave it to me for a Christmas or a birthday present. We had a phase where we gifted each other like anime themed mugs, because we thought, well, you have to have like personalized or like marks that show what you like in your apartment. I felt like. In case you're wondering where there was a cut, the story went nowhere and I don't know. And I was like, well, just cut it out. This was total nonsense. So, at least the dishes are at, the place where they belong. Well, never mind, I found two more. Ah, damn. Found two more. It's like an endless gift. But that's the reason why I wanted to do like a big dishes day today. Because I knew there was some stuff yeah, kind of stacked up. Is it called stacked up? You know what I mean. I don't think that your dishes take this long today, only if you do everything by hand, which then you have my admiration? Admiration? I admire that. I mean, at this point, I really enjoy these videos because they're kind of like the kind of scratch my podcast wishes, because I really liked the format of a podcast and the way it just, makes you feel, and the way you talking about doing a podcast, not listening to it, but doing it. You just talk about things, you just talk it out, you just try to entertain, and this is kind of scratching that itch a little bit, which obviously would be better to do in another monologue, but I think we're doing quite well on the monologue part as well. And yeah, I think that's that for me. These are my dishes. I totally have to clean my kitchen as well, but this will be for another video, so we can clean the kitchen together. Yeah, I hope you found the motivation you needed to do your dishes as well. For me it was rather long, but time flies as well when I do the videos. It's way more motivating to me to do this. And thank you for watching, and have an amazing day.